to the bold analysis, ladies and gentlemen. And thank you for supporting this podcast across the world. One man, Isaac Mwaura, was appointed as the government spokesperson to take up the vacancy that was left by Cyrus Oguna, who went to Siaya to become the chief of staff. And remember, that vacancy was there for close to 1 year. And since the inauguration last in this September, the vacancy, that office has been vacant. And I whispered to one of our supporters here that that office was a political office. And if it was to help in achieving the plan, then the vacancy, I think that job would have been given earlier. And so, in this podcast, there have been some latest political development, and insiders are revealing more about this. My perception, or rather my thought here is that if you put Isaac Mwaura and the former journalist Hussein Mohammed, who is the State House spokesperson, on this other side, then you will understand that there is a politician, and again, there is also, on the other side, there is a professional. And more of that work will be done with Hussein Mohammed. To date, I still don't understand why we have two spokespersons. We have State House spokesperson and we have government spokesperson. And while State House, the difference between government and spokesperson, there is a very gray line actually between the two. And we also have spokesperson of the party, ruling party, and we also have a spokesperson of the ruling party in the National Assembly in the name of Kimani Chungwa. So, ladies and gentlemen, apparently, immediately Mwaura was appointed, he reported to office, and that office was under the Ministry of ICT, and that is Elidoano. And he went live in Citizen TV and said that that portfolio is going to be the communication center for all the government ministries. And he was saying that all those ministries will be reporting to him, he will be representing them in media, and will be making clarifications from different ministries. To date, 3 weeks later, or rather 2 weeks later, you will understand that there have been no single official communication from the office of Isaac Mwaura. And the latest he came into public limelight was on Thursday, when Rigathi Gachagua held some ministerial committee at his office, and Mwaura was somewhere in the background, you can see. But even after that, there have been no clarification. There is a green line on what exactly it is going on, and the ministries declined to cooperate, or rather give reports, projects reports to Isaac Mwaura until now. Changes have been made, that office has been moved from the ICT to State House. And I want to reveal to you what exactly is the game plan, or what exactly was going on between the two offices, why the ministries declined to report to Isaac Mwaura. Kindly subscribe to our channel. We are buying the 5 wheelchairs to these 5 children you are seeing on your screen. I decided that in November, this is what we are going to do. So we are closing today on 4th. I want to believe that by tomorrow morning, we shall have achieved the target. And that is why we were doing 100 shillings challenge towards the purchase of these wheelchairs. If you look at these women, of course, the photos speak volume. And I do believe that with these wheelchairs, these children they're going to have mobility, easy mobility, especially during this season where they are at home, even when in school. And it's going also to help the parents, because they're saying kubeba mtoto up and down, it's not very easy. So that is why we chose this, and we are doing the 100 bob challenge. So we are closing today. Let's contribute and bring this home. Now, I want you to listen to this video of President Ruto speaking in the coast.
Hapo tumeweka karibu shilingi bilioni 1 tumeikamilisha. Itakuwa ni mahali hawa vijana watatumia kama value addition engine ya hapa Mombasa. Vijana tunaelewana? Tunaelewana? Vile vile kesho mimi naenda kuanzisha pale Shimoni. Naenda kuanzisha fish port. Mahali ambapo tumeweka karibu shilingi bilioni 2 ili tuwe na port ya fishing hapa Mombasa. Mahali ambapo tutaweza kutumia hiyo mahali kupanga vile tutavua samaki, tuuze hapa Kenya na tuuze katika masoko mengine ya nje. Hiyo kazi nakadiria kwamba itachukua miaka 2 itakuwa imekamilika, lakini tunaianzisha kesho. Watu wa Mombasa tunaelewana? Mimi nataka niwaambie hivi, watu wa Mombasa na watu wa hapa Kisauni, tunataka tushirikiane pamoja. Tunataka tupeleke taifa letu la Kenya mbele pamoja. Muliona juzi wakati wa mashujaa tumesema mambo ya matibabu. Tunataka kuhakikisha kwamba kila Mkenya akienda hospitali atibiwe, kuwe na dawa na level 1, 2, 3 hakuna kulipa pesa yoyote. Nyinyi mnanielewa? Na nimekubaliana na governors wote wa Kenya akiwemo governor wenu wa Mombasa. Si namna hiyo ya kwamba tutakuwa na community health promoters hapa Mombasa. Community health promoters 2,300 watafanya kazi hapa Mombasa. Tayari nimewapatia vifaa ya milioni 50. Vifaa ya kupima mambo yenu ya pressure, vifaa ya kupima mambo ya sukari, vifaa ya magonjwa madogo madogo. Mutamaliziwa pale nyumbani hata kabla hujaenda hospitali. Nyinyi mnanielewa?
Now, you will agree with me that in Kenya Kwanza, there are only 2 in the cabinet. There are only 3 people talking. The one person is President Ruto. The second person is the Deputy President, Rigathi Gachagua. And the third person is Moses Kuria. To date, I've still not grasped the cabinet portfolio of Moses Kuria. It is service delivery, public service and service delivery, something. So, what was the essence of having that office if the president can get on top of the car and hold campaign rallies across the country and explain policies? Because the role of that office, as to my little understanding, is to explain government policies, defend government policies, and market, or rather is the image of government. But that soundbite tells you what exactly is happening. Will William Ruto want a policy, a new policy to be introduced in public by Isaac Mwaura? Will you? And that office, I can tell you without fear of contradiction, it has been taken to State House. And the reason why it has been taken to State House is that it's going to be under the watch of the president. In Kenya Kwanza, take a break and convince me, who is the spokesperson? Do they need a spokesperson? If the president will leave and go to Mombasa for some 5 days working tour and say everything about what Kenya Kwanza is doing, and get there on Sunday and say everything about what they are doing, come back to Nairobi and go launch some events, meet some investors, and in that, because any event they're having, the president is telling Kenyans what they are doing. So what is this new thing that Isaac Mwaura is bringing on the table? So let me tell you. This is the game plan. William Ruto wants, I am a communication person, so I need to tell you this. In communication, there is what is called the tone, or let me say there is subject and object. So subject is the person who has caused it. the subject in everything happening in this country is William Ruto. And that is why, go and do your research. You will hear the cabinet members saying, and I want to give you a very good example. Recently, Ababu Mwaura decided to cut down the budget for international matches or for international sports activities. You know how it was reported? Waziri X or sports cabinet secretary cuts down international matches under Ruto's order. Ruto, something will happen, another minister say, Ruto does. So the image here is this. Everything happening here, there is no credit that goes to a cabinet secretary. There is no credit that goes to parliament. All credits goes to the president. And this office might actually take away that credit. So the reason why Ruto will not allow these cabinet members to have direct reportage to even that office is because he needs to take the credit. And I've always said that's a blunder, because if you take the credit in everything, it means you even take the credit in failures. I wish, oh my God, someone should give me that job. I'll design it. Someone need to design the government communication model. And when I saw Isaac Mwaura coming on board, I wish someone would give me that job. Just give me that contract. I'll do it at a very good fee. So that you design it in the manner that the president doesn't take all the credits. With that, you have a way of saying, hiyo ni waziri alifanya bila mimi kujua. So that's the first thing. The second aspect I am seeing, the choice of Isaac Mwaura was a political choice. And what's happening here is, remember, he was supposed to be a CS. And before the courts decided to hold brakes on that position of CS, he was supposed to be a CS, and realized that these were very vocal leaders. And let me tell you, why was Isaac Mwaura picked? Isaac Mwaura has been defending William Ruto in Radio Jambo every Saturday. That's number one. And it's very vocal. And he was a tool that was used in 2021 against Uhuru Kenyatta.
Demand for equity is oppression. The Hustler Nation is a train that has already left the station because it carries the aspirations of the people of the Republic of Kenya, the downtrodden, so that everybody can have equal opportunity. We are for bottom up when you are for trickle down. We are for empowerment when you are for power sharing. We are for jobs for the people when you are looking for position. We are for enterprise development when you are looking for patronage. And most importantly, we want to revive the economy, not constitutional amendments. That is definitional, and we are saying backward ever, forward never. Hustler Nation oye! Hustler Nation oye! Tumekubali tuko nyuma ya William Ruto. Netoko gowagowa. Onatoa gudhoma teke. Onatoa tomaretwa.
Under the guise of, I am supporting Uhuru Kenyatta. I'm supporting William Ruto. So these are people that were in the limelight. And you know, I think government gets it wrong all the time. Not even government. Ruto got it wrong. And I want to say this. You cannot take a volatile politician. You cannot take a politician to be a government spokesperson. Who does that? You took a nominated MP that spent 5 years abusing Uhuru Kenyatta, and you give that person a government portfolio being a government spokesperson, when this is supposed to give government image, when himself he's been abusing Raila Odinga and Uhuru Kenyatta in Radio Jambo. Then you take that as government spokesperson. Pick a lesson from what Uhuru did. Why did Uhuru go to pick a former military man? Yes. Why did Uhuru go to pick a man I know very well, my friend Cyrus Aguna? Why? He went for Cyrus Aguna because that was a man who was not in public for controversy. He went and picked him from the military. The very good professionals. What Uhuru needed to do is there is There is one entity I really respect. It's called Safaricom. Safaricom has one of the best corporate communication managers, and that's what has sustained the industry. That's what has sustained the giant telecommunication company in the industry. You needed to go to the corporate world and pick one man that when he's talking to journalists or rather giving a press release to the reporters, he's not on political tone. But you cannot pick a politician to go there and really make that communication. So that is one aspect. Number two, that office has been taken to State House. And so many officers are going to State House. Why? You know, when they're going to State House, Ruto is clogging the office of State House spokesperson in State House. Isaac Mwaura is going to State House. The guy from who came from David Nd's council, that economic council, is going to State House. Most of these offices are being chromed in State House to justify the expenditure. You need to get it. Is to justify the expenditure, because the State House has come under sharp criticism that they are spending a lot of money in foreign travels. Their budget is exorbitant and cannot be defended. And remember, State House budget is never audited. If someone should not lie to you, you will not hear auditors reporting. That one we know is in the papers. Some of us know that. So they're cramming those officers there to justify why they need huge budget. If it was under ministerial portfolio, if government spokesperson was under the Ministry of ICT, then it means it was a state department there. And if it's taken under State House as the executive office of the president, then William Ruto is going to ask for more money from the exchequer. And that is the game plan, to ensure that the State House budget is justified and ballooned. I insist, the real intention why Isaac Mwaura was taken there was for politics. And it is politically, and it was wrong to give such a cabinet, to give such a spokesperson portfolio to a politician. You needed to go to the corporate world. You've already gotten many. Even go to the NGOs and pick someone there. Thank you. Let's meet in the next.